Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. This is MD Saiful Islam, founder of Saiful English Academy and an assistant teacher of our local high school of Nogo district of Bangladesh. And you are most welcome in my Saiful English Academy again. Children's, hope that you are very fine by the grace of Almighty Allah and are connected with me to watch my video classes and hope that you watched my previous classes beautifully, nicely. So, my dear learners, with the reference of my previous classes, today's class have been present in front of you to highlight an important class about discussion about pronoun. Discussion about pronoun, class number 7. Class number 7. So, my dear learners, no light, take a look at the board and try to understand. But before starting today's class, I want to declare my topics of today's class, my dear learners. At first, I am trying to show you about definition of demonstrative pronoun and reciprocal pronoun. Reciprocal pronoun with examples. Examples. Okay, my dear learners, finally, I'm trying to show you about the relation between them. Relation between them. That means the relation between demonstrative pronoun and reciprocal pronoun. So, my dear learners, knowledge, let's get started. At first, I'm trying to show you about the definition of a demonstrative pronoun. If we want to define a demonstrative pronoun, we can say that, my dear learners, demonstrative pronoun is a pronoun which indicates some nouns instead of which it is used. Which it is used. That means, my dear learners, যে প্রোনাউনগুলো কোনো নাউন কোনো নাউনের পরিবর্তে নাউনকে ইন্ডিকেট করে অর্থাৎ নির্দেশ করে এবং তার পরিবর্তে কোনো সেন্টেন্স বা বাক্যে ব্যবহৃত হয়। ওকে মে ডিয়ার লার্নার্স, আর এই ধরনের যতগুলো প্রোনাউন আমরা দেখতে পাবো কোনো সেন্টেন্স বা বাক্যের সব ধরনের এই ধরনের প্রোনাউনগুলোকে আমরা demonstrative pronoun বলতে পারবো. Of that you have understood clearly. I may repeat again, dear learners. There are some pronoun we can say in our English grammar that, my dear learners, which indicates some nouns and you used instead of such kinds of noun in a sentence or a statement. Of that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, next I am trying to show you about the definition of reciprocal pronoun. Reciprocal pronoun. Of course, you know that the meanings of reciprocal pronoun in my previous classes. Today's class, I'm trying to show you about the definition of reciprocal pronoun. If you want to define our reciprocal pronoun, we can say or we can write that, my dear learners, reciprocal pronoun is a pronoun which indicates a mutual relation between two or more persons. That means, my dear learners, reciprocal pronoun হলো এমন এক ধরনের pronoun যেটা দুই বা ততোধিক ব্যক্তির মধ্যে পারস্পরিক সম্পর্ককে নির্দেশ করে। দুই বা ততোধিক ব্যক্তির মধ্যে পারস্পরিক সম্পর্ককে নির্দেশ করে। Of that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, now I'm trying to show you about some examples of these two categories of pronoun. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. Examples of demonstrative pronoun. Okay, my dear learners. First example, this is a shirt. These are my shirts. Number 3, that is a cow. That is a cow. Number 4, those are our cows. Okay, my dear learners, for the betterment understand of you about the examples of demonstrative pronoun, my dear learners, I have written for example in the board. First example I have written about, my dear learners. This is a shirt. This is a shirt. That means এটা হয় একটি জামা. এটা হয় একটি জামা. Now my question to you. Next question. Next example, my dear learners. These are my shirts. এইগুলো আমার জামা, এইগুলো আমার জামা। নাম্বার 3 দ্যাট ইজ আ খাও। এই ওইটা হয় একটি গাভী, ওইটা হয় একটি গাভী। আন্ডারলাইন দ্যাট। অ্যান্ড নাম্বার 4 এক্সাম্পল, দোজ আর আওয়ার কাউজ, আওয়ার কাউজ। দ্যাট মিনস ওইগুলো আমাদের গাভী, ওইগুলো আমাদের গাভী। বাট my dear learners, my question to you now, my question to you, my dear learners, underline the words this, that, those. What categories of pronoun? What categories of pronoun? I know that my dear learners will be able to reply my questions, but I want to add something here, my dear learners. First example, underline word this. Second, underline word this. Thirdly, that, and fourthly, those. Mind it, my dear learners. These four categories, usually these four categories of words are called demonstrative pronoun. And try to notice in the example, my dear learners. Here in this sentence, this is a shirt. In this sentence, this of course are demonstrative pronoun because in this sentence, this indicates a shirt and this is used instead of a shirt. So, my dear learners, in this sense, we can call that or we can consider that these, of course, are demonstrative pronoun that you have understood clearly. Next example, my dear learners, these are my shirt. I can say that, my dear learners, these of course are demonstrative pronoun. But my question to why? Why? Because in this sentence, this indicates shirts and is used instead of shirts. So, my dear learners, in this sense, these of course are demonstrative pronoun. Next example, my dear learners, that is a cow. Underline word that. I want to say that, my dear learners, in this sentence that indicates a cow and is used instead of a cow. Okay, my dear learners. So, my dear learners, I want to say that, my dear learners, that of course are demonstrative pronoun. And next example, my dear learners, those are our class. Those are our cows. In this sentence, underline word those, of course, are demonstrative pronoun because in this sentence, those indicates cows, and at the same time, those is used instead of a cow. So, my dear learners, in this sense, for this reason, we can say in these four categories of sentence, this, that, those, of course, are demonstrative pronoun. Hope that you have understood clearly. Now, I am trying to show you some examples of reciprocal pronoun. Okay, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. Swipe and Raisha love each other. Each other. Number two example, my dear learners. You should love one another. Number three, Poem and Rohim hate each other. Each other. Next, number four, you mustn't hate one another. there. Okay, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. I have, for the better understanding of reciprocal pronoun, I have written four examples in the board, my dear learners. First example, my dear learners, I have written swipe and rice love each other. That means swipe এবং রাইসা একে অপরকে ভালোবাসে. Underline each other. Underline each other. Next example, my dear learners, you should love one another. That means তোমাদের প্রত্যেককে একে অপরকে ভালোবাসা উচিত, একে অপরকে ভালোবাসা উচিত. Underlined one another. Number three, my dear learners, Karim and Rohim hate each other. Karim and Rohim hate each other. That means Karim এবং রহিম একে অপরকে ঘৃণা করে. Number four, example, my dear learners, you mustn't hate one another. তোমাদের একে অপরকে ঘৃণা করা উচিত নয়. Underlined one another. My dear learners, my question to you, my dear learners, underline word. What categories of pronoun underline word? Each other, one another. Can you gauge, my dear learners? Hope that you will be able to reply my questions. But I want to add something here, my dear learners. In this sentence, each other, one another, each other, one another. Of course, reciprocal pronoun, because in these four categories of sentence, each other and one another indicates mutual relation between two or more persons. First sentence, say each other, and third example, each other, of course, indicates mutual relation between two person. And from here, you'll have to mind that, my dear learners, if any pronoun indicates mutual relation between two persons, we'll have to use all the time each other. Okay, my dear learners, and if any pronoun indicates a mutual relation more than two person, we'll have to use one another. Okay, my dear learners, of the two you have understood clearly. And example number 2 and example number 4, take a look at the board and try to understand. We will have to use to one another to indicate mutual relation between more than two persons. So, my dear learners, in this sense, we can say that, my dear learners, each other and one another, of course, are reciprocal pronoun. And according to the language of the grammar, we can see that, my dear learners, only two categories of words, each other and one another, are acts as like as a reciprocal pronoun. Okay, my dear learners, of that you have understood clearly. Now, my question to you, my dear learners, what's the relation between them? What's the relation between them? Now, my dear learners, of that you will be able to reply my questions, but I want to add something here, my dear learners. We can say that demonstrative uh, demonstrative pronoun indicates any noun and is used instead of that noun in a sentence. Okay, my dear learners, and a reciprocal pronoun indicates mutual relation between two or more person. Okay, my dear learners, if I ask you about relation between demonstrative pronoun and reciprocal pronoun, you will have to mind that, my dear learners, demonstrative pronoun indicates a noun and is used instead of that noun in a sentence. That means একটা demonstrative pronoun কি করে কোনো নাউনকে ইন্ডিকেট করে আবার ওই নাউনের পরিবর্তে ব্যবহৃত হয় কোনো সেন্টেন্স বা বাক্যে। But on the contrary, অপরপক্ষে reciprocal pronoun indicates mutual relationship between two or more persons. অপরদিকে আমরা দেখতে পাই রেসিপ্রোকাল প্রোনাউন দুই বা ততোধিক ব্যক্তির মধ্যে পারস্পরিক সম্পর্ককে নির্দেশ করে। Hope that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, I don't want to lend into this class, but I want to share something with you, my dear learners. Of course, you know that, my dear learners, I'm a new teacher or new teacher in YouTube channels, and I am trying to use English conversation at the time of my various kinds of video classes. So, my dear learners, if you notice any faults or mistakes in the midst of my video classes, please excuse me and free to all my channels so that I can help you, I can serve you, I can comfort you in this way through my video classes, through my life. So, my dear learners, no more today come to check in with any words and class. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.